you have been set a brief. That is to make one dish where vegetables are the star. It doesn't have to be vegan or vegetarian, but it must showcase the veg. That brief was set by none other than food writer and restaurant critic Grace Dent. And she will be coming in to taste and judge your dishes.
You are all cooking for a place in Knockout Week. At the end of this, we will only take the best cooks with us. We wish you the very, very best of luck. One great plate of food in 90 minutes. Let's cook.
When I go to a restaurant, the first thing I look at is the sides. I want to see what's being done differently with the carrots and the spring greens and the potatoes. So with this brief, I just wanted to test the boundaries of what these chefs can do.
I think I'm really pushing myself. There's so many different elements, and it's a matter of keeping your eye on the ball on all of them. I'm going to be juggling a lot of balls today.
What are you procrastinating about?
I think it's split. I don't know how.
It's because you whip the cream so much, the cream splits.
Oh, no. Oh.
I have really enjoyed Panisha's style. It's exciting and it's a great blend of India meets Britain.
She gave us a vegetarian dish in the first round. This round could be made for a cook like Panisha. Panisha, what are you going to make?
A truffle oil and honey goat's cheese mousse with a spicy golden beetroot puree and an aromatic spiced classic beetroot puree. I've got a balsamic pickled beetroot and I've got candied thyme beetroot crisps. So it's all about the subtle flavour of this dish rather than big pow in your face spice.
I liked being hit by your big spices.
I know.
Beetroot and goat's cheese are perfect together. But it's all about those beetroot purees. Those beetroot purees have to be fine, they have to be well seasoned, and they can't be watery. So she's got to make sure she gets that absolutely right.
Paediatric nurse Panisha has made a goat's cheese, honey and truffle mousse with a golden beetroot and chili puree, red beetroot and cinnamon puree, balsamic pickled beetroot, and beetroot and thyme crisps.
Panisha, I am quite shocked by this. As the plate came up, I thought, I've seen beetroot and whipped cheese so many times. How can it surprise me? But gosh, do you know about flavour? The golden beetroot has got a real whack of heat. You did make beetroots the star of the show. I like that.
I love the goat's cheese, creamy, slightly salty, with honey, sweet, and truffle. That is an absolute winning combination, and I love it. When I then get that pink beetroot puree with cinnamon, it's divine.
No denying you know the season. No denying you understand flavour. But everything's soft. I feel like I need something I can get my teeth into with all those different wet bits.
Yeah. This is actually wonderful, but maybe next time bring us a bread roll.
I didn't pay as much attention to those crispy parts.
That's an awesome comment.
I've asked the contestants to prepare a main course which is all about vegetables. I want the vegetables to be the star. It's very easy to make pork belly or lamb shoulder taste delicious. What I want to see is someone bringing real invention and real creativity to vegetables.
Sarah has delivered probably the tastiest dishes so far this week.
Not particularly fine-looking plates of food, but bags of flavour.
There are elements of this dish that really remind me of my family and why cooking's important and how food and family work so closely together.
How are you feeling, Sarah?
I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling nervous. There's pressure today.
Tell me what your dish is.
An egg yolk raviolo, salsa verde, with a parmesan cream, and then some zucchini fritti on top, which are like courgette chips.
Which vegetable is starring in this dish?
Not quite a vegetable, but the herbs in my salsa verde, I really want to be the star.
I think you may have a good dish. I'm hoping whoever set the brief is going to allow you a certain amount of flexibility.
You've made me worried now.
You've had half an hour, 45 minutes left, ladies and gentlemen.
I found the first couple of challenges tough, but when we cooked for the previous contestants, I think I got into my swing a bit and relaxed and did well.
Charlotte, what are you making today?
Today I'm going to make beetroot, so it's going to be a really colourful plate, deep fry some goat's cheese and a black olive puree, chive pesto. Then I'm going to dress the whole thing with an orange and thyme sauce.
Good God Almighty. I like the dish. I trust you as a cook.
Thanks.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Thyme and orange with beetroot is a lovely thing, but orange juice with goat's cheese? There is my issue. Pete really pushes himself. He's a worker. He wants to do as much as he possibly can.
I find Pete fascinating, but he does make mistakes. How you doing, Pete?
Bit nervous, bit panicked. Just a lot to do again. I'm making a vegetable ramen with little gommadoki tofu cakes, some choy sums, some bean sprouts.
I haven't seen you this rest, I don't think. I've seen you with lots to do.
Really?
I've seen you busy.
It is. There's a lot of tension on all of us. You invest a lot of time and effort and emotion into it, so to get knocked out now would be upsetting.
Pete's making his ramen. Ramen is a lovely thing. It's a big bowl of Japanese steaming broth. He's using the vegetables as the actual stock itself and highlighting how good veg are as a base for a soup.
I've practiced it a couple of times. I say a couple, that's a lie, once. And that was yesterday. But big flavour is what I'm aiming for.
You've got 30 minutes left. Loads of time. Simon is an incredible cook with real style, a real eye for detail.
An interesting cook, but today he's got to make sure it tastes as good as it looks.
For me, the dish is the winner. I really enjoy it. It's my favourite one that I'm going to have cooked so far.
What are you making?
Duck salad wild mushroom stuffed ravioli with a sage butter sauce and pan grattata.
What's pan grattata?
It's crispy breadcrumbs, it's got some chilli going through it, some garlic. I've shown complexity in some of the stuff that I've already done, I feel. I think now it's time to show well-balanced, good flavours.
That ravioli has got to explode into your mouth and mushrooms are going to start singing in your ears. It's got to be mushroom-tastic. Don't run out of time, guys. You've got 10 minutes left, just 10 minutes.
The noodles need to be cut still. The gommadoki is still needed to go in the fryer, so up against it.
3 minutes! Please, get it on a plate now. Time's up. That's it. Stop. Stop!
Sarah has made an egg yolk and potato raviolo with salsa verde, parmesan cream, and zucchini fritti.
The moment of truth.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Hold on.
I've never had raviolo with egg done in that way, and it really works. It's fantastic. And I really like what you've done with your fried courgette as well. It's just being whacked over the head by that enormous tasting salsa verde.
I'm really surprised that this worked at all. I doubted potato and lemon with an egg yolk. I'd never had it before. I think it's delish. Get rid of the salsa verde.
Okay, thank you.
It's a great salsa verde as well. It's as strong and as punchy as you like. But in my opinion, and the opinion of my mates, far too strong for that raviolo.
I am pleased, relieved that the egg yolk went well and certain bits were right, but still feeling like I've got lots to prove going into the next round.
Finally, it's Charlotte. She's cooked beetroot 3 ways: roasted purple beetroot, steamed golden beetroot, and pickled candy stripe beetroot, with deep-fried goat's cheese, chive pesto, black olive puree, and an orange and thyme sauce.
Love the colours. Love the colours.
What I like about it is everything tastes very good individually. The orange just adds that little zing, and this pesto is a really nice combination.
I like elements of the dish, absolutely. I don't like it altogether. It's just too much for me to be able to comprehend. My palate can't cope with it.
There is not as much cookery skill in this dish as there is everybody else's. However, that does not stop that, for me, tasting absolutely delicious.
Thank you. I'm really happy with the comments, especially Greg's, because he said he loved it. I don't think I could have sort of done any better. Yeah, chuffed.
She's serving that with a fava puree. Fava, it's like a dried bean, and the puree should be similar in texture to a hummus. It should be smooth, but with a little tiny bit of texture, and then it needs to be flavoured really well. My concern right now is how do you serve a stew as wet as stafado with a puree like fava on a plate and make it look fantastic. But to be fair, if anybody can, Irene can.
I love my dish and I hope that the judges love it too.
Just 5 minutes left, please. Semi-final up for grabs.
I've tried the flavors so far and everything has worked the way I wanted to.
Time's up. Stop, please. Irene, would you like to bring your plate here, please?
Irene's stafado stew is made with sun-dried tomatoes, shallots and chestnuts, served with Santorini fava pea and truffle puree, charred spring onions, pickled mushrooms, Brussels sprouts, a balsamic reduction and truffle shavings.
This plate looks beautiful. This combination of color, it's very appetizing, so well done for that. The elements are well cooked, very well cooked. There is a combination of sweetness with cinnamon, and the chestnut, it's surprising. The onion is nice and it melts in the mouth, it's still juicy. So personally, I like it. I like it.
I think your stafado is lovely and rich. Using sun-dried tomatoes, you get that concentration of sweet but sharp flavour. The chestnuts have a decent bite to them. I think the texture's good. I think the flavour's good. I think it's original. I think it looks like a dish you could sell in a restaurant. I think it's a very good round, Irene.
Thank you.
What I really love are the Brussels sprout leaves that have still got a real crunch with a little puddle of balsamic in, because it starts really sweet and finishes bitter, which I think is really clever. I love your fava puree. I love that.
When you eat it, it's comforting. It's comforting because this is the kind of food you cook at home, but it really reflects that.
You know that lovely warming feeling when you feed somebody and he likes it? I'm so glad I let him out.